friends, 11th day of Russian-Ukrainian war. Few developments have taken place that is, in a way breaking as well as a very important point. First one is that Israeli Prime Minister has visited Moscow. Sudden visit, of course, it was not announced to the world, but he met Putin and they had a long discussion, more than an hour or so. Naturally, this visit has its importance because he must have gone as emissaries of the Western powers, USA, NATO, European Union. And this also shows, if we go little deeper inside, that the Western powers are jittery. They want this war to come to a stop. They know that if war prolongs, Ukrainian army, despite all the arms and ammunition support by NATO and US, cannot stop them. The Ukraine itself will fall. Not only eastern, which is almost now on the verge of falling, central including Kyiv, but even western Ukraine. That means the Russian army will be sitting in front of, at the border of Poland, Romania. And the Black Sea will be out totally as far as Western power is concerned. Second important information is that after yesterday's ceasefire, the war has again started. Yesterday was probably one of the calmest day out of 10 days, and now today 11th day of the war. The ceasefire, if it has broken, it is not only a Russian side which is to be blamed. In fact, the blame goes on Ukrainian side and their Nazi soldiers as well as those who have come from abroad. Wherever possible, they are trying to disrupt the peace talks. They are not interested in peace talks. Well, there are other small informations. Like in Belgrade, thousands of Serbians came in the street in support of Russia. This hasn't come in other media. Naturally, it won't be shown anywhere in European Union and American media, not even in social media. While on the other hand, in Georgia and even in Kherson, which is occupied by Russian military, hundreds of people came opposing Russian war. Both sides, world over. In fact, the Russian embassies are under threat because people are going and shouting and throwing stones and other things. In the meantime, Russian athletes, that Paralympics and all that, denied the opportunity to participate, have been singing Russian national songs. They have come on social media at various places. Other one is that Zelensky is angry with NATO and US because his demand to declare part of Ukrainian airspace as no-fly zone, like what American and NATO had been doing in other countries like in Libya and other countries before they attacked, in Ukraine has been refused. Naturally, you can understand that they dare not do this, and Americans have said that if they impose no flying zone, it will escalate the war. There's no doubt about it. Western media have left Russia, and in the meantime, the American companies and big industrialists who have boycotted, and even the financiers have stopped honoring Master Visa card in Russia and all those cards which have been issued by Russia. They are trying their maximum, the best. By the way, you should know that GPS, Global Positioning System, needs 4 minimum satellites to give you some accurate position. Whatever you get as a civilian like in India or elsewhere, it is degraded on the purpose by 100 meters. Otherwise, its accuracy is within 10 meters. For NATO forces, military forces, they use this GPS system to pinpoint the enemy position and bombard it, shell it through missiles and other ways. During the war, if you are adversary to USA, they are not only degraded, they are denied. So your dependency on foreign aids, be it for information, be it for finance, be it for industries, be it for anything, is not meant for socialist construction, socialist development. It has to be done by your own available resources, local resources. That is part of, as a law for socialist development. If at all you take foreign aids, it is with your brothers, with those countries who are also socialist countries, or with those countries where it cannot be denied with on equal terms and conditions. Otherwise, when the capital penetrates into you, they follow on their wave, as a carrier, the political and other restrictions, and then you are no more independent, like what we are seeing in Ukraine and other European countries. Well, I have diverted a bit. So, other news as far as concerned, the Mariupol, the ceasefire is over, and it is to be seen how long it takes for the Russian army to capture it. As far as DPR is concerned, their militia is concerned, they are moving towards the Mariupol, and LPR towards north to consolidate their control in Donbass and probably to free the entire Donbass region, which is mostly infested by Russian speaking people and Russian origin people. And also the news is that the nuclear reactors are safe, be it Zaporizhia or wherever else it exists, whether under the control of Russian military or Ukrainian military. In the meantime, while the Israeli Prime Minister talked to Russian President, Biden talked to Zelensky. This is continuing. Now they want to control Zelensky because talking too much is hindering their effort to contain Russian military. This must sink in you. You must understand. Because Zelensky has been claiming that they have killed more than 10,000 Russian soldiers, hundreds of their helicopters, their tanks, and whatever he feels like he talks. It's a comedy in war. Well, now, by the way, the RT in my place remains still suspended. The government of India has suspended it, and my Facebook is also suspended by Facebook, because whatever I have been writing had been little neutral, and naturally it criticizes US imperialism and NATO probably more than the Russian intervention in or Russian special military operation in Ukraine, which is entering not only from east but south and north and moving towards west. West, I don't mean western Ukraine, but moving towards west. Lviv so far is free, and as far as the border, which is open to Poland, Romania, is still intact and safe for Ukraine. Thank you, friends. Keep watching and do comment. I have been saying again, do comment to enhance my own understanding of Ukrainian the crisis. And this crisis in particular exposes the capitalist crisis world over. Their need for war, the need to grow war industries, to crush the people's demand, people's resistance world over. we must understand this, must link this. And analysis, not only for analysis, understanding the situation, but also to take the side of the working people, the proletarian class, and its historical aim and task to complete and free itself from any form of exploitation, and also to safeguard our climate in which we are living in. Thank you.